That wraps up our 11th season of NBA 2K TV.
We have had so much fun with you, the community. Thanks to all of you for making this another successful 2K TV season.
Definitely, and we're already hard at work on Season 12. We have so much in store for you for NBA 2K26.
I cannot wait for 2K26.
But until then, remember, you can access all past 2K TV episodes from the main menu. You'll find tips on how to improve your game, interviews with your favorite 2K community members, and so much more.
That's
the starting lineup for the visiting Orlando Magic. The center, Wendell Carter. It's time to meet the starting five for your Washington Wizards. The big man, 6'11", number 15.
Welcome, everyone. A look at the Magic starting group. Underneath, in the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. Robinson is out there with Jalen Suggs. And it's Wagner in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, they've got Chris Middleton. James Wiseman's out there with George. Then it's Harden. And it's Carrington in at the 2 guard. And through this early portion, Greg, of the season, we've had our fair share of surprises.
Yeah, it's fun to see the preseason predictions go up in flames, right? Every year it feels like we have at least one team that overachieves and shocks us all. And they're just doomed if they keep letting them post up like that.
You've got to deny the position to afford them no opportunity at making that entry pass into the post.
Pass to Carrington. Here is Harden. He's covered by Suggs. Here's Carrington. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Fantastic look, but that's a bit redundant for James Harden.
Robinson kicks to Suggs. And the pass to Robinson. Back to Banchero. Middleton right side. Lets it go from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
Robinson hits them both. We know, Doris, at one point the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Now, here's George. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game, just 4 to shoot. And it's sent back by Carter.
When Carter Jr. works hard on the defensive end, these rejections become commonplace.
Here's Wagner. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Harden. After the basket by Franz Wagner. Drills it from outside. Carrington's got 6.
There's a reason James Harden is always near the top of the assist charts. That ability to distribute to teammates is elite.
Now, here is Robinson. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Wagner passes to Robinson. They get it back. Wizards leading by 4. Here's Carrington. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Carrington's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now here's Anthony. An 11-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Pass to Black.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Back to Anthony.
2 minutes.
A baseline J, and he drops that one in.
Anthony.
Yeah, Cole Anthony is...
Substitution on the court.
Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Washington's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. George is out there with James Wiseman. Then it's Harden. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Carrington in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now, here is Harden after the miss from Robinson. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that, but Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Well, what a surprise. James Harden has finished a play with contact and gets a chance for the three-point the old-fashioned way. Nicely done, James.
Orlando trailing here. Suggs dishes to Robinson. There's the drive. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And great attention to detail from Banchero on the play, making sure he's there to get the ball and send it back.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game was played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome and had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. That combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Robinson misses.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Carrington. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight. The feed now to Carter. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup.
Wendell Carter.
And the Magic lead by 1.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Harden kicks to George. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
And it's Banchero missing. The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Carrington. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Robinson. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Misses that shot as well as the other 7 he took before. That adds up to 0 for 8 so far.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Bays checked in for Wiseman. Corey Kispert comes in for George. Koulibaly, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And Poole subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Anthony. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Itadze, no good, shot missing. Good work defensively by Bay. The three. Washington gets it back. That one goes in. Now it's a 3-point Wizards lead.
Going up strong through the contact. Bay getting it done.
Here's De Silva. He's defended by Koulibaly. Anthony against Poole. And the basket is good. Anthony's got 6.
This guy is so creative with such an excellent handle. Nice drive by Cole Anthony.
Pass to Carrington. Drains the three-pointer. And the Wizards lead by 4.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's De Silva. He had 13 points in the win against Chicago.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Here's Carrington. Bay. And Bay throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And that concludes the first half. It's the Wizards as they end the second quarter on a 14-6 run. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Washington Wizards. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. And so in the game for the Magic, Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Doug's out there with Robinson. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. And James Wiseman picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Wagner. Outside Robinson. The second chance effort. Can't connect from short range.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Rejected by Banchero. And now the fast break. Banchero with the ball. Robinson passes to Banchero. Oh, he misses the dunk.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Suggs following the bucket by the Wizards. Robinson dishes to Carter. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the power rankings. Look at the Lakers. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And right now for the Magic, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Now, here's Wagner. Harden missing his last shot. And he gets the bucket.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Washington leading now by 6. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Robinson getting it done. What a move that time. Robinson's got his second basket of the night.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
So timeout called here, the first for the Wizards.
It's time for T-shirt.
Wizards making a change here. Jeffries is checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Jeffries is checked in. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Robinson passes to Jeffries. Over Wiseman. Rebound by the Wizards. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Suggs. Following the three-pointer by Washington. Robinson passes to Banchero. And the layup falls. Banchero's got his third basket of the night right there.
Oh, love that. Banchero moves so well with and without the ball.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paulo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Good timing. They're really struggling offensively.
Sometimes it just feels like misses become contagious. He wants to settle his guys down right now.
Come in for Washington. Bays checked in for Wiseman. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
What you like about Banchero, he's built to carry an offense in both temperament and talent.
They've got Corey Kispert. He's out there with Chris Middleton. Harden out there with George. And it's Carrington in at the 2. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
Robinson kicks to Carter. Shot clock at 6. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Robinson.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Harden. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Robinson dishes to Carter. They now take the lead. And the Magic lead by 1. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Harden looking it over. Passes to George. lays it up and banks it in.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
Here's Robinson. Rebounded by the Wizards. Carrington's got his 5th rebound in this one. And it's George finishing it off.
Good job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now, here is Robinson. Carter kicks to Robinson. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Heisman's checked in for Corey Kispert. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Middleton against Wagner. Middleton the pass to Wiseman. Beyond the arc. And it's Carrington missing.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
15 foul. At the line for the Magic.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2. Robinson hits them both.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now here's Middleton. Good work defensively by Carter.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And Caro, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
You love that a guy so young like Paolo Banchero is ready in the big moment to step up and deliver.
Middleton for 3, sinks the triple.
And the pressure just doesn't get to Middleton. In fact, he enjoys, embraces it, loves the opportunity to take the big shot.
Now, here is Robinson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
6th personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
So for the Wizards, Jeffries is checked in, and Poole subbed in for James Harden.
Taking 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And all eyes on Banchero here. They want to see how he handles some intense pressure. And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
Washington calls timeout.
It's time to welcome your Wizards dancers.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paolo Banchero.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. Now it's a close one, so Coach asked his team to keep their focus. He said this game's going to come down to mistakes. If we play clean, we'll win. Great game tonight. Let's see how it winds up, guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Suggs. Robinson kicks to Carter. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
Basketball.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Carter outside. Count it!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Washington calls timeout. They trail by 3. 24 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Washington with the ball. 19 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. bucket to bring them within one.
Oh, that is a big-time delivery from Jordan Poole. We see you, young sir.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
So it doesn't get much bigger than that. A perfect trip to the line to give them the critical 3-point cushion. What poise.
From deep, George. The 3 won't fall. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
At the line for 2.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
So the Magic win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it. Significant win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.